Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while since I've uploaded a video, but with the grand opening and everything that came after that, I've just been super busy, especially because of the holidays. I'm honestly really glad that the holidays are over because it was super stressful, but here I am with another video. Today I'm going to be talking about how I started my lash business and how I opened up my own shop. I wanted to talk about my journey and also some asked questions that I get frequently. And I do have my iPad here because I have some notes. I tend to ramble a lot, so I hope that I stay on track with this video and that it's not too long. For those of you who don't know, hi, my name is Yana. I am 23 years old. I am a lash technician and a business owner. If you want to see more lifestyle videos, actually I don't even know where I'm going with this channel, but I just know making makeup tutorials is hard. I don't know if I like it, but I will give it another try. And I just wanted to do more of vlog type videos because I feel like they're fun for me, so I want to do what I enjoy. Let's get right into the video. First things first is, what did I do before I started my own business? So honestly, my life wasn't a mess before I started lashing. I feel like I was really all over the place. I didn't really know what I wanted to do as my career in the future. So when I graduated high school, I didn't really have a plan. So I went to community college, I went to De Anza, and at first I wanted to do business. And the reason I wanted to do business was because it's very broad. I feel like there's so much you can do with a business degree. Afterwards, I started looking into doing computer science, and the reason that I did this is because my dad is an engineer and he's more in the hardware aspect, and when I was talking to him, seeing what I would want to do, I felt like I would enjoy the software aspect a little bit more. So then I decided to go into computer science, and I took classes here and there, and I decided that I liked it. It was challenging, but it was very satisfying for me whenever I completed a program, so I decided to go with that as my major. When I was in high school, I had so many different passions. For one, I love singing, I love music, but I didn't really see that as a career for me. It was more of something I did when I wanted to just have fun. It's more like therapy for me. So I knew I didn't want to make that my career. What else did I do? I also love animals, so I really wanted to be a veterinarian, but I just feel like it didn't really work out for me, so I didn't end up doing that. So once I got to San Jose State, it was definitely a lot more challenging, and I knew it was going to be challenging, but I just feel like I lost my motivation for it and I was no longer happy. I was going through a really rough time. I was just so sad all the time. I would go home crying, and it wasn't one of those things that I could work through. I really tried to convince myself that I should just go through with it because I was almost done. I did complete 1 year at San Jose State, well, almost 1 year. So first, let's talk about the beginning of my lash journey. I love makeup, I love lashes, I love brows, I love anything that has to do with beauty, and this was always one of my passions, but I never thought it was practical for me to pursue it as a career. So one day in December 2017, I decided to take a lash class. I had been getting my lashes done for about a couple months at this point, and I just thought it would be really cool to try it out. It was originally just a side job for me. So previous to this, I quit my job at a boba place, so I was unemployed, and I just started to look into lashing because first of all, it's very flexible and you get to choose your clients. But at this point in my life, I had no car. I was Ubering to and from school. I also picked up a job at Starbucks, so I was Ubering to and from Starbucks as well. And I was struggling to pay for my tuition because I did not get financial aid. So all of my money went towards school and Ubers basically, and food. And I didn't really go out at this point in my life. I was just so busy working all the time, and I'd be exhausted by the time I would get home. At this point, I was just very sad all the time, and I was just going through a really rough time. I had no confidence. I just didn't know what I was going to do with my life, and I started to picture myself 10 years into the future and think of if I would be happy doing computer science. And this is when I started to realize wow, I am not going to be happy if I do pursue computer science in the future. And this was a secret that I kept to myself for the longest time. I didn't tell my friends, I didn't tell my boyfriend, I didn't tell my parents. And my reason for this was because I tried to convince myself that I should just go through with it, and it was such a waste of tuition and time. So at this point I was starting to consider biology. And the reason that I wanted to do biology was because I really enjoy skincare, and I have a passion for like skin and beauty, like I said. So I really wanted to do skincare, and I wanted to eventually become a dermatologist. So I did a lot of research on this, and it takes a long time to become a dermatologist. And with my situation financially, I wasn't going to be like able to afford it. So I didn't end up doing dermatology. Like I said, I was in a very low point in my life. I didn't know what I was doing. I was very lost. And at this point, I think it was my 4th year already in school. 4th or 5th, I forgot. One day I was having like a little mental breakdown, and I was getting ready to go into beauty school, and I was just sitting with my mom in the car, and she was actually the one who suggested to me, why don't you take a semester off and focus on lashing, see how it goes. If it doesn't go well, you can go back to school, but if it does go well, then you can pursue that. And I was honestly shocked when she told me this, and I told her, no, like, what are people gonna say about me? What are people gonna think of me? I dropped out of school. Growing up, I was very studious. I did very well in school. I always saw myself getting my degree and finishing school. That was just something that I knew I would do for myself. At first, I was against it, and I told her, what are people going to think of me? What are people going to say about me? That's embarrassing, because I put so much of my time and my effort into this computer science degree, and you know, people will talk. And she told me the most amazing thing ever, and she said, why do you care what people think about you? And at this point I was like, wow, why do I care about what people think about me? If you're not funding my education or doing anything of that sort for me, I honestly should not care what they have to say. My biggest supporters ever are my parents, so for me, I think that only my parents' opinion should matter to me. And if you love me, you'll support me. Then if you don't, then that sucks, because that means that we're not really friends. So at this point I was already in esthetician school, so I just continued to go full-time, finish my hours while I stopped going to San Jose State. So in the first couple months of my business actually took off. I was doing really well. I was very fortunate to have a lot of friends and family who supported me and promoted my business, so I was able to get clients really easily. And honestly, I just felt so much happier. I was doing what I loved every day. I woke up and I just got to work, and I felt grateful that every day I was doing something that I loved. I would honestly be taking 4 to 5 clients a day, every single day, sometimes have no days off, but I wasn't even upset about it. I was enjoying it so much, and I just found a new passion in my life, so that's why I didn't really care that I was missing out on so many things. I did sacrifice a lot of time with my friends and my boyfriend because I was working all the time, but it's business. Like, once you're starting a business, you have to be able to dedicate time to it, which is exactly what I did. And it did make me sad because there was a lot of things that I missed out on. This past year, I have spent so much more time with my friends, family, and boyfriend, so it totally made up for it. That is one of the things I did have to sacrifice, was going out, spending time with people. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about opening my shop. So originally, after I finished my esthetician school, I didn't want to open a place right away. It didn't even cross my mind. I just wanted to focus on working from home and saving money, because that way I didn't have to pay anything for rent. But the opportunity did come up, and my mom knows a friend of a friend who was renting out this space, so we decided to take a look at it. And I was talking to my mom, deciding whether or not we should take the place. Honestly, I just went for it, and I think that's something that I learned this past 2 years of owning my business. You just have to take risks and go for it. You never know, it could be the best thing of your life, or it could not work out, and it's just a mistake, and we'll learn from it. Obviously, getting a place is a different whole nother mistake if you do make that, but I had confidence that I could take my business far, so I decided to get a place. And that was last year, 2019, in January, when we officially signed the papers for it. And my grand opening was in December, so last month. So it took almost a whole year to get everything prepared. Honestly, it was really hard because I'm 23 years old. I tried to save as much money as I could, and it's very expensive. The place did not come very nice, I would say. I do have a little before clip, so I'm going to insert it right here. And yeah, so the place wasn't that great. We had to renovate everything, fix it from bottom to top, and I am very, very grateful to my parents because they have done literally every single thing in that shop. My mom is very artistic, very creative, so she helped me with a lot of the decorating and the design of everything. And my dad, he fixed everything. He would take down the walls, painted the walls, textured the walls, and he just did everything. So because it was only basically us three fixing up the place, it did take quite a while, but it came out amazing. I am going to be making a tour of the place when everything is done. I know we had my grand opening, but there's like some finishing touches that I would like to make before I post it for you guys. Stay tuned for that. So the name of the shop is Infinite Beauty by Yana, and the reason that I named it that is because I didn't want to limit my shop to just lashes, because the name of my lash business is Elite Lash, and a lot of people ask me how come you didn't name it Elite Lash. And the reason I didn't is because at the shop I want to sell beauty supplies, makeup. I also do brows. I did take a brow class starting in May of 2018, and I haven't been doing it just because I've been super busy with my lash clients, so I don't want to toggle two things. I just kind of want to focus on lashing for now until I have the time to dive into brows a little bit. I also host trainings for lash extensions. We sell makeup, false lashes, and I'm planning to do facials this year, waxing, you name it. Like anything with beauty, I want to do that for my business, so I wanted to name it Infinite Beauty instead of just limited to lashes and name it Elite Lash. I'm also an official distributor of the O-Skin skincare products, and I am going to be making a video about that soon and show you guys my skincare routine. I've been using their products for maybe like, I don't know, almost half a year now, and it's so amazing. It makes my skin feel great. I wholeheartedly love the O-Skin skincare products. They are a bit pricey, but you get what you pay for, and I swear by them. So at my shop, I'm going to be doing consultations for O-Skin skincare products since they are on the pricier end. You can just walk in, I'll analyze your skin, and I will recommend products to you based on your skin type. But yeah, that's basically my journey of how I started my own business. In all honesty, I just went for it. I just kind of grew the confidence to go for things because life is short. You don't want to be living your life wondering if you could have done it or you could have made it. Like, just do it, and if you don't make it, it's okay. There's always other options. There's always another way to be successful. And my advice for anybody who is struggling to find their passion, don't worry, because it's never too late. You really want to find a career that you are very passionate for, because if you end up doing something that you don't really like but you're just forced into it, so you continue to do it for the rest of your life, you're not going to be happy. And for me, happiness is key. I want to be happy in my life. I want to wake up every day knowing that I'm doing what I love. Never in a million years did I think I would be pursuing something in the beauty industry. I've always loved beauty, like I said, but for me it just seemed like a hobby. But honestly, you can turn any passion into a career. You just have to go for it. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I really hope that I could inspire even just one person to reach for their dreams. I said this in my speech at my grand opening and I was like sobbing. People always tell you follow your dreams, and you really don't comprehend that until it happens to you. Like, people always told me that before. They're like, oh, you know, just do something you love, like follow your dreams. And I'm just like, okay, first of all, I didn't really know what my dreams were. They were kind of in the back of my head, but as I thought about it more and I realized what I love to do and what made me happy, it just came to me, and I was like, wow, I love the beauty industry. I love makeup. I love feeling pretty. I love lashes. I love brows. It's amazing getting to do these things every single day, and I hope I continue to love this for the rest of my life. And if I don't and I find a new passion, I will hopefully go for it with as much confidence as I did for this. Don't be down on yourself if you feel like you don't know what you're doing with your life, because trust me, I have felt that way. Yes, life is short, but it's never too late to find your passion. Anyways, if you guys like this video, please go ahead and like, comment, or subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.